This program has been funded by Nora Beverages, makers of Naya Spring Water. The Gay Rose, the gay and lesbian community's national 800 number service for flowers. And the H. Van American Foundation.
Well, as we were saying before, in the old Hollywood, we just never discussed this, homosexuality and all that, but...
Well, people knew that, like, people were gay, right?
Oh, of course we knew people were gay.
In the...
Hey! Hi, I'm Charles Busch, and welcome to In the Life, coming to you from the historic Selwyn Theater here in Times Square. As anyone who's seen my plays knows, I'm absolutely crazy about the movies. They were a great escape for me when I was growing up, and I was lucky enough to live in a city where old movies played constantly on TV. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not ashamed of it, I'll confess. I'm much more identified with Betty Davis or Joan Crawford than I ever did with Humphrey Bogart. Officer, I have killed a man. He's lying before me by the fire, riddled with bullets. Send your men round at once. Afraid? Why should I be afraid? To get where I am, I've had to crawl my way up from the gutter. Believe me, the mink's paid for. Why should I be afraid of one dead gigolo? The movies taught me that if an embattled heroine could endure earthquake, fire, floods, mob hypocrisy, and tragic love affairs, and still emerge the victor in a tough man's world, well, I figured I could survive high school.
What is the next? Mary, how was your flight?
It was dreadful. Today, there are new films being made by independent lesbian and gay filmmakers, so perhaps the next generation of kids won't have to take such a leap to find role models. These films are being showcased at lesbian and gay film festivals across the country. Tonight, we're going to take a look at both the festivals and the filmmakers whose work is generating so much excitement and controversy. Good evening. I'm Professor Erwin Lang. I'm chairman of the Film History and Criticism program at William Henry Harrison Community College in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois. And I'm Kim Machowski. I'm a member of the Santa Fe Women's Film Collective. Tonight we're showing clips from some of the truly amazing new films that will be playing in film festivals across the country. Now, Kim, I understand that the Santa Fe Women's Film Collective has its own festival every June. That's right. We're showing some really great films. We'll be showing Ellen Horowitz's autobiographical documentary about her 20-year relationship with Latino filmmaker Maria Melendez. We'll also be showing my own film about a young lesbian director who quite unintentionally breaks up an older lesbian couple's 20-year marriage. We'll also be premiering Maria Melendez's film, Vengeance Shall Be Mine. It sounds like an emotionally charged program. What's really wonderful about these new films is that they don't portray gays and lesbians in a stereotypical fashion. I am not a stereotype. That's right. We're not all Nelly Queens, get them all riled up into a snit. Professor Lang, do you think maybe we could get on with the show? Well, let's roll the clip, Kim.
I stopped writing in the early 1960s at a time when my children were just of an age to start asking what I was doing at the typewriter for so many hours a day, and beginning to be able to read and interested in what I was doing, and it made me uneasy. I wish I had been braver, because I think I was beginning to be a lot better writer. I was doing what everyone told me to do. My family, my life, my culture, my society all said, be a good wife and mother. And I gave it a long run and a good try, and it finally didn't work. And so I'm living a much better life. I'm much truer to myself now.
Laura thought she would be caught in a hideous trap of warped desires. Instead, she found her wildest dreams had come true. Now she knew what she was for sure. A lesbian.
You know, Kim, we began our own festival this year in Champaign-Urbana. The college wouldn't have anything to do with it, so I began showing films in a gay bar downtown.
That's truly empowering and visionary.
Well, it's very hard. I had to do everything myself. Try to find one queen in Champaign-Urbana who will even make a cheddar cheese dip for the opening night reception.
What sort of films did you show?
Well, we showed classics like Boys in the Band and Taxi Zoom Clo, and some films by local directors.
I hope you had some women's films.
We had a film about two elderly lesbians from Peoria.
And what about people of color?
We showed a film about a black gay army officer.
What about gay Asians?
Well, you got me on that one.
This is a group that is always excluded.
We don't have any gay Asians in Champaign-Urbana. We don't even have a Chinese restaurant. Honestly, I think we should show our next clip. You should like this one, Kim. It's from Japan.
私、ホモバーに誘われたことあんのよ。それで行ったの？誰に誘われたの？行けよ。あの人いい人よ、恵子さん。でも気持ち悪いわよ。
よかったらこれどうですか？
いいんですか？
うん、全部いいよ。
すいません。
いいえ。
もらっちゃった。美味しそうね。また食べんの？食べないの？ちょっとエイズになったらどうすんのよ。え？エイズ。おにぎりあげちゃおっか。やめてよ。さやこ。よかったらおにぎり食べません？
え、くれるの？
ちょっといいのよ、そんなにホモに気を使わなくたって。
どっから来たの？素敵よ、そのふんどし。
何やってんのよ。
サンキュー。
そちさんっていいわね。いつもそうやって体のどっかに触っていてくれて。
体温がね、すごく暑いの。一緒に寝てるとあんか抱いてるみたいに汗たらたらかいちゃって。
私も汗かいちゃう。
やめなさいよ、暑苦しいわね。
何よあんた。
暑苦しいのよ、あんたがやることなすこと。気をつけなさいね。
Your film, would you ever play a lesbian role?
Well, I was never asked to. What lesbian role? There's never any films about lesbians in Hollywood. Can you imagine?
Well, tell me about Strange Journey. That's an interesting picture.
Now, why would you mention that? Why would Strange Journey have anything to do with lesbians?
Well, a lot of people consider those characters lesbians.
Says who? Oh, that's absolute trash. No, those two girls were best friends. People read all sorts of things into films today. Whenever you bring out your grandmother's china, I know you have something on your mind.
Claire, I have to tell you something. It's so wonderful. I can't keep it a secret any longer.
What is it, Sally? You know you can tell me anything. We're like sisters. Closer than sisters.
Bill has asked me to marry him, and I've accepted. I wanted you to be the first to know. Are you happy for me?
Happy for you? How could you? How could you sell yourself so cheap? How can you let him touch you with his coarse, clumsy paws? It sickens me, the very thought of it. I'd rather see you dead than in his arms.
Claire, what are you saying? It's mad, that kind of talk.
You're right. I don't know what I was saying. Of course I'm happy for you. You know how much your happiness means to me.
mean, it was just dreadful, really, what happened to homosexuals in Hollywood, you know, in the old days. Now, I'm going to bring up a fellow you probably don't remember the name of, Billy Haynes. Do you know him at all? Oh, well, it's ridiculous. You should know him. You're a director. You should know who this person is. Oh. Billy Haynes was kind of the boy next door, big star in silent pictures, and he had a lover, Jimmy Shields, and they were, my God, I think they were known as the most happy couple in Hollywood. And something happened to Billy Haynes. I think he was arrested or something like that, and his career was absolutely destroyed, and he was ruined in pictures. And but he was a marvelous interior decorator, and wonderful Joan Crawford. She gave him a job when no one else would hire him to decorate her home, and because of that, he became the most sought-after interior decorator in Hollywood. So of course, it was a great irony that he was decorating the very homes of the people who blacklisted him. It was only 17 years ago that the first gay film festival started in San Francisco. New York and Chicago started theirs just a few years later. Today, these film festivals draw such enormous crowds that additional screenings run late into the night to accommodate audience demand.
I would say that there are about 100 lesbian and gay film festivals throughout the world. In America, there is probably a lesbian and gay film festival in almost every major city.
Really, where gay and lesbian filmmaking is happening is not in Hollywood, but in the independent scene. Right. Just in the last week, I've discovered, 2 or 3 other films that are being made at NYU that I didn't know about. So they are all around, and it is pretty exciting that, in this day and age, student filmmakers can make films about what's important to them.
It's good for you. My golf game, don't ask about my golf game. Come on.
Mike.
It's beautiful, Mom.
That's beautiful. Faccia bella, Catherine. And you're gonna have beautiful babies, huh? Like my boys.
Mr. Spinelli, please, you're embarrassing me.
Hey, what's this Mr. Spinelli?
That's right. I'm Al and she's Rita.
Okay, Mom, Al, whatever you want.
Wedding dress. What about the wedding dress?
The periwinkle blue that sort of scoots
Oh,
down.
no, don't want too low cut. No, something.
No, very simple, very summery. 'Cause it'll
Simple,
be in
good.
June. I thought the weather
No,
would
we
be
don't
nice
want
then.
to wait till June. It's going to be early this spring we're talking about.
I know, but it's very
We've got it all wrong.
It's
Catherine's...
beautiful, Mom. What's with you? Fine, go away. Still seeing that guy? Shut up. Don't worry, they can't hear a thing. Just keep it down. When are you gonna settle down, huh? I hope you're being careful.
The market has been established. Theaters actually are booking lesbian and gay films. I don't think it's the flavor of the month. All independent films have niche markets, whether it's a black film, a lesbian film, a Jewish film. I mean, each one of those markets are important, and the distributors know that, and the exhibitors also are very aware that you market films to certain people, and the gay population is a very important film-going public.
And now I'd like a cup of tea and one of those lovely crumpets.
1 lump or 2?
1 is satisfactory. A cracked lid? Positively shocking. This is an outrage. My dear Mary.
Lady Plumbottom, oh, do come back.
Oh, tea could have been smashing if it weren't for Miss Thing with the cracked lid.
Yes, I quite agree. It simply isn't done.
Certainly not. How careless of the mistress to allow it.
Son, don't age as gracefully as the rest of us, dear.
Well, I agree with Sugar. There's no room for flaws on the tea table.
After all, we must maintain our dignity. Well? a cracked lid.
The Frameline, our organisation, was originated to present the festival, but now half our activity is in distributing lesbian and gay film around the country. Now, our mission is very much a community and access mission. It's to bring the work to the people. We think it's important to speak to everybody in America, not just people in the Bay Area. We had 220 films and videos last year, and we're looking to that number again. We had 130 visiting filmmakers and video makers last year, and 2 years ago, my colleagues at Frameline took the festival to Leningrad and Moscow, which was an amazing, amazing moment. We're also launching a home video line after the festival this year, which means that people will be able to, by mail order through Lesbian and Gay Press or through our organization, be able to get hold of the audience-winning features and shorts from the San Francisco Lesbian and Gay Film Festival, a film festival in your own home.
I tell you, you couldn't catch me anywhere near pictures today. I mean, it's just disgraceful, you know, all the nudity. I mean, it's just awful, you know, all these actresses, I mean, you know, they throw their legs up of the air in a minute, you know, I just think it's awful. You know, I mean, you won't catch this kid in the buff. Oh, no siree. I wouldn't do it.
My name is Lillian Zabak, and for 36 years, I worked in the box office at this theater. The gays have always been supportive of the cinema, but during the past few years, we had quite a number of demonstrations. I remember we showed the movie Cruising, and only last year we were showing that movie Basic Instinct. Oh my, quite a melee. The gays were stopping people from entering the theater. Finally, I had to leave my box office, and I approached this one young man with a megaphone, and I said, "What is all this brouhaha? They have straight villains and straight serial killers in movies. Why should you people be different?" And he said to me, "That would be fine. But when was the last time you saw a movie with a gay hero?" And I had no answer.
Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land.
I mean, I think I'm interested in showing in this film that there's something wonderful about sexual feeling. I mean, if there's a film nowadays about young gay people, they're tormented by their sexual feeling, and there's no joy, there's no pleasure in the pleasure of actually conceiving of the sexual thought. And my film is really about celebrating the pleasure one gets out of being sexually aroused. I made the film essentially by just getting professors to sign out equipment that other students weren't using. I never did this in a class. And the professor said, "This is not the film to get your career going with, and you have to make a film that will speak to the people who yell faggot on the streets," and this wouldn't do it. And I thought, you know, the people who yell faggot on the streets are beneath contempt. You know, I don't want to spend 2 years of my life working for them. I want to make a movie for me. Hi.
Hi. Are you a Judy Garland fan?
Oh, yeah. Are you?
No, I don't really know her stuff. I'm more a Barbra Streisand fan.
Miss B, I love her too. Who else do you like?
I like Madonna a lot. I like Bette Midler. I have a couple of Cher albums.
Cher. Have you ever heard Cher singing Evergreen?
No.
Love, soft as an easy chair. Love, fresh as the morning air. Oh.
Listen, I'm gonna meet some friends in a few minutes out front. We're gonna get something to eat, and then we're gonna go to a piano bar. I'm gonna sing. Do you wanna come along?
Oh, I really wouldn't want to intrude on your friends.
Listen, you'll fit right in. They're all friends of Dorothy. You know, Friends of Dorothy? Judy, the Wizard of Oz? You are a friend of Dorothy, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Someone should teach you to smile when you say that.
I have
Okay,
a
about
huge
5
and
minutes.
absolutely amazing family within the gay community. My mother told me when I told her that I was gay many years ago that you know, this is going to make your life terrible. You think it's the cat's meow, and it's always been one of the best things that's ever happened to me because of the people that I've met and the wonderful support and things that I've learned from the people that I've met in the community.
I would be very proud if my grandson had made a film like that. Takes a lot of gumption. My grandson, David, is a gay. He's a member of ACT UP, and while the shaved head is somewhat nervous-making, I'm very proud of him. I suspected he was a homosexual from the get-go. When he was 6 years old, on Halloween, he refused to wear his Superman costume. He wanted to go as Haley Mills. So many Saturday afternoons, he'd stop by the theater, and we'd sit through a double feature of Auntie Mame and Gypsy. The theater's dark now. David's grown up. On Saturday afternoons, I miss them both.
Mary, what do you consider the high point of your career?
High point, my career. Well, I tell you, I never really got the roles that I wanted. I can't say there really was a high point. I mean, I should have played Scarlet. I was up for that. I was supposed to do Now Voyager. Betty got that. I was supposed to do Mrs. Minifer. Greer got that, got an Oscar. I was just, I don't know, I didn't play the game or something. What a thrill it is to be here. What a thrill it is having you with us. I'm such an enormous fan. I think I've seen just about every one of your 87 movies. Aren't you very kind? I even love the horror movies you made in the 60s. Well, I don't think I'd call them horror films. They were psychological suspense dramas. Oh, yes, I have great sentiment about this theater. An early film of mine, Manhattan Melody. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that film. It's not terribly distinguished, but in my memory, it's very special. It was a musical, and my mother came to New York, and we sat here in the audience watching the film, and we heard all the people talking about Mary Dale and how much they loved her and how pretty she was, and I felt so very special that my mother could hear that. You know, Miss Dale, this is a show devoted to gay and lesbian culture. Oh, really? You mean this isn't American movie classics? No. Now, in Hollywood's golden age, were you aware of any gays and lesbians working in the film industry? Well, I suppose they were always around, but we didn't talk about that sort of thing back then. Behind closed doors, I'm sure people did all sorts of things. But the studios kept us so very busy. Sometimes I made up to 4 films a year. No, I mean, all that sort of thing would be speculation. And if there's one thing that I loathe, it's gossip. Raymond Navarro, very big star, the original Ben-Hur, destroyed in pictures because he was gay. Another one.
Wait.
Yes,
Is
right.
this common knowledge? I mean,
Yes, everybody knows.
well, but the public didn't know.
No, the public never knew anything. I get so many letters from people begging me to come back to pictures. But I think perhaps it's better to preserve the illusion. I'm very content to tour the country with my evening of film clips. I garden, I paint. I have a lovely home in Santa Barbara. No. I have no desire to face the cameras anymore.
A little bit about your experience with the anti-communist movement.
I thought we were not going to discuss this with Sam. I think we would turn this off, but...
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was...
I think that was the... It was discussed before. No.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I just don't understand all this great sentimentality about naming names. I just don't quite understand it all today. No, I really would rather not discuss this.
Okay.
Yes. Particularly my husband. Yes, I had to do that. I had to, say he was a communist because he was. And it was a very, very painful decision for me, but I made it, and you go on with your life. Charles, it's been so delightful looking back at the old Hollywood. You've opened up so many things to me. I doubt if I'll ever look at gays and lesbians quite the same way again. God bless them all. Miss Dale, this has been such a thrill having you with us on In the Life. And you're absolutely charming. And if you're ever near Santa Barbara, do stop by. You'll find me most likely in the garden, pruning. Well, that's it for tonight. I'd like to thank my special guests, as well as the filmmakers who let us preview their work. The films we previewed tonight are, well, how do I put it, the tip of the iceberg, an hors d'oeuvre in the whole delicious banquet of filmmaking, a firecracker in the 4th of July. Oh, well, I think you get my drift. So look, if you're gay, straight, lesbian, or bisexual, and you live in a city with a gay and lesbian film festival, please buy a ticket and go. And if your friends haven't seen In the Life yet, please tell them about us. So good night from all of us at In the Life. I'll see you at the movies.
This program has been funded by Nora Beverages, makers of Naya Spring Water, The Gay Rose, the gay and lesbian community's national 800 number service for flowers, and the H. Van American Foundation.